Yo,
What the hell? This is weird. What's going on, y'all? I don't know what just happened. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the first Wrestling Wednesday of 2025. My name is Christopher J. That said, you like. Thank you guys for tuning in. Um, we was off these last 2 weeks. Obviously, Christmas and New Year's. Want you guys to spend time with your family, but I knew this was coming. So let's go ahead and get well rested because we got a lot to talk about. So, but first, Sal, how's your 2025 going?
so far it's going amazing, my G. Wrestling is kicking off the year with a bang. We got to talk about the Raw debut on Netflix. Got to talk about a few things that happened on SmackDown. NXT had a little something going on. We got quite a few things that we need to cover. But first and foremost, though, Happy New Year, and hopefully everyone had a good transition into the new year. Hope you got everything you wanted for Christmas. But now it's time to talk wrestling. So strap in and get yourselves ready. Let's get it popping.
Yes, sir. Because we want to go ahead, loosen up the noose on anybody who's been missing wrestling. So we're gonna get it started. Let's go ahead and start on SmackDown, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, SmackDown, as we all projected, is now 3 hours. It only makes sense. You can't go from Raw being 3 hours, then taking that away and giving y'all SmackDown, but we're just gonna leave a 2 hour mark. No. Those who have watching basic cable, they still need their fix of 3 hours of WWE. They get their 2 hours of NXT, they need their 3 hours on USA Network, which I completely agree. And it was getting around this time anyway. For how long SmackDown has been on, it's time to hit that. You got to hit that 3 hour mark. You guys don't say you guys don't get the talent because we all know y'all do. Although 5 matches in 3 hours, come on now. Yeah, we're gonna have to. That's something we need to talk about. I understand less is more, but you have too much talent to be doing that. Like, get these matches done in like 15 minutes. No, between 10 to 15 minutes. Get these matches done and keep it moving. I think this five hour matches, 5 matches per one show. Maybe I'm just now noticing it is a bit much because these wrestlers. What was the whole point of going 3 hours if you're still gonna only have a handful of matches? I have an issue with that, and if the wrestling fans will say that doesn't make any sense, I can understand that. What's your take on that?
It's way too much microphone talk. And don't get me wrong, I like a good promo. And I like a little bit of backstage action.
Mhm.
But 3 hours, 5 matches, if each match runs, I don't know, let's say on average 15 minutes, that's you have way more talk time and commercial time and airtime do you do actual wrestling. Like this isn't and you know what, you're right. Because it's kind of been like a long drawn out thing, especially because since C19 and all this that and the other, it's really been a huge change in how they doing things. And now that you say that and I'm picking up on it, 5 matches in 3 hours, you sleep in between each match. You see what I'm saying? If the matches is really putting out the energy that you want. So yeah, this 3 hour shift, I hopefully they change the format and start giving us more matches. Still cut your promos, still get you behind the scenes, but you got to get those matches though. 5 is not enough. It's just not. Sorry.
Yeah, it's not. I'm not feeling that. Now I'm trying to see because usually, um, there we go. Because usually, when we go over the matches, it'll give us the runtime. So I'm curious to see if they have the runtime for how long these matches go. Because a pay per view is going to be set there, but right now I'm not seeing nothing, so we'll let them make it. But it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sorry about that.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go over. There's only two things I want to highlight from SmackDown. The outside of the 3 hours, We gotta talk. Nia Jax is probably the most dominant female wrestler of all
Yes,
time.
sir.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, she did defeat Nia Jax. I'm Nia Jax. She did defeat Naomi, and I
Yes,
remember
she did.
they are technically in the same family. I just don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she defeated her. Naomi's goaded. We all know this, but realistically speaking, are you really going to be Nia Jax 101? Now, let's give Naomi credit because she is strong. She's very athletic. She picked her up and did a Samoan drop on her.
Yes, she did.
So, and
And I
ladies and
was
gentlemen,
very jealous that she picked her up.
and you guys, if you guys don't know, Nia Jax is 300 pounds. She
Yes.
has literally said this. Well, she said 299 pounds. You could have gave yourself a pound, man. But
Mm-hmm.
yes, she's literally 300 pounds. So for a woman who may be, let me not guess name is weight, but for you to pick up somebody that's right, that size and do that is impressive. We know Jay Cargill can do it. We know Bianca Belair can do it. Raquel Rodriguez, Rhea Ripley, yeah, Rhea Ripley, and Lash Legend can do it. So to put Naomi on that list, hey, kudos to Naomi. She deserved that. Now,
Yeah.
what happened after the match?
Typical WWE. You know what?
Yeah.
Bad writers, bad writing. It's always bad writing. And y'all know I was gonna turn up about this. For those who did see it, you know how passionate I am about me and some Nia Jax, all right? But just like the rest of those idiots that's in writing, what they call them, the idiots that's in creative. It's always creative. Creative is always messing up some shit. Why you just couldn't just let Nia Jax have her moment? But then, no, let's not forget about this whole money in the bank. For what? Why do we need to cash in on that moment? And who was it that cashed it in?
Tiffany Stratton.
Oh, what the Tiffany
It's
Stratton? Come
Tiffy time.
on.
It's Tiffy time.
If it wasn't a more lazier way than to take the belt off of Nia Jax, that was lazy. That was not creative. That was just downright lackluster for them to do that to her. And it's not because, oh, I love Nia Jax, which I do. Don't get me wrong. All right. I'm jealous that, people's picking up like me. But anyway, what I'm saying is, why put the belt on her just to have a money in the bank, just to catch? And you know what? I used to like the money in the bank concept. Now, it's just taking the flair out of the win. It doesn't. It's not doing anything no more.
Well, I don't know because that's the whole point of the money bank is to cash it in unexpectedly. No one's looking. All right, and it's like boom, boom, go for that surge of energy. So here's what Forbes said. I didn't know Forbes was writing articles on wrestling, but shout out to Forbes. Stratton, 25 years old, became the fourth youngest female to ever win the women's championship. While the crowd in Phoenix may not have been as electric as they were when Dolph Ziggler cashed in Alberto Del Rio in 2013 April, or when Rollins cashed in on Brock Lesnar. Come on now. And Roman Reigns at 31 in 2015. From a pure storytelling and structural standpoint, Stratton's cash in was money. So let's not compare women's cash ins to the men's cash ins. That's not fair, especially when one person did it at WrestleMania. So let's not do that. However, I do. If you look at that Phoenix Crown, excuse me, they was about as energetic as I've ever seen any women's cash in.
Yes, they were.
I don't think Liv Morgan's cash in on Ronda Rousey got this much buzz.
Well, it's Ronda Rousey, so there's that.
Well, fair enough. Fair enough. Hey, when you're right, you are right.
It's Ronda, so there's that.
Yeah. So to see that, I saw this coming as soon as she won. Her her time in NXT when she did Elimination Chamber in Australia last year,
Yeah.
and how she came to perform, and I was like, oh, WWE got something right here.
Mm-hmm.
You got it. Don't drop this ball. Stick with it. I like the and the pockets that they put her in, she did. They give her little backstage time with the talents. Would it be usually Naomi?
Mm.
Every now and then Bianca Belair. She did not waste TV time because most because let's say when you go up against Naomi, Jade, Bianca Belair, we all know that they can be intimidating. She did not, and I mean that in a good way, ladies and gentlemen. We support the big three here. Now, Tiffany did not care about that. She came and did her thing. Was not scared of none of this. And I not to say that she's 25 years old, and she probably did this when she was 24. That says a lot. So I I'm happy about this. I know you're not. I understand.
Of course, I'm not.
Uh,
Mid-deck, so leave the bet on it. Hey.
so what I believe is they will. When will Nia Jax reclaim the title? Um, Not Royal Rumble, not in the Elimination Chamber. However, I'm not ruling out the possibility of Nia Jax versus Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania. And I'm also not ruling the fact that Tiffany will surely be dominated.
Mm. Well, as
So,
long as Nia Jax is in the mix, I can tell you this much: there's gonna definitely be some domination going on.
it's,
But also, they should have just went ahead and left her the champ. But no, it's good. That sets up a lot of things, though. So we just got to see where it goes from here.
mm-hmm. And that's on the SmackDown side. Like I said, you guys got to stop with these 5 hour formats. And I guess they paid attention because when it came to Raw on Netflix, ladies and gentlemen, 4 matches and that's it. So that's sickening. However, I'm going to assume this is the first night on Netflix. A lot was going on. So they only was able to pull out 4 matches. And if I have it, I'm going to find the matches for Raw next week.
Mm.
Now, from beginning to end. I watched it from beginning to end live. I was like literally on the phone with my best friend, and I was watching Netflix the whole time, and I was obviously talking to her.
Mhm.
So I like the introduction, the tribute that they paid from wrestling's past to wrestling's future. That was a nice setup, and to Triple H getting giving the opening monologue. So it's like, where are we gonna go from here? Well, they started from the top and they started with The Rock. I, li- I like The Rock's promo, and yes, I do think they're putting away Heel Rock. Although I really did like Heel Rock, I'm not gonna hold you. Heel Rock was kind of lit, but with Rock now going back to babyface and he actually being a high chief in real life, I think this is the best Rock that Rock needs to be in. This is the pocket he needs to be in because now you're a real time exec on TKO things you're doing in Hollywood, and you being a real high chief in the island of Samoa. The Rock's opening was perfect. Even shouting out Cody Rhodes. I liked it. What did you take on that? Well,
Yeah, I'm still here.
now so what's your take on the opening with the Rock opening the show?
Well, it was expected. We talked about it. Now, I'm sorry, but we on the NXT or the Raw thing. I want to make sure I'm on the
Raw.
right part. Okay, yeah. So it was expected. We talked about it. I'm glad to see that that our predictions was right. We already knew because it was a Netflix thing and because The Rock was behind this. It was really he was really going to show his face and have a part of me. But it was good to see him there. It really brought the energy that they needed, and it was good to like really answer those expectations. And then again, it's The Rock cutting a promo. Come on, bro, you can't go wrong with that.
Yep.
What he did over there for that really brought that energy and really is going to solidify that attention that they need. And then also, he went over, he did a little something for NXT too, right?
Yeah, and we'll talk about NXT
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
momentarily because I like what he did in NXT.
yeah,
Now,
he did. Yeah, he did. But yeah, he brought the energy that was like really welcoming to the whole Raw thing though. But for it to be a debut, we expected something big. If it wasn't for him, it was going to be from someone else. But I'm glad it was from him because what they did to that other one, man, was brutal, crucial.
yeah, hey, ladies and gentlemen, y'all don't know Hulk Hogan booed.
Booed, baby, booed out the boot from seam to seam. Okay, they booed his back out. He was better off with a noose, Hank. Listen, he was better off being on a hot mic. I'm telling you, it was bad. Yeah, the Rock they gave him his just dues, and he gave people what they wanted. But that the Hulk Hogan, yeah, they booed him out the scenes. I thought he
Yeah,
was being crying.
yeah. Now a lot of people is chalking that up to his political to him standing next to Donald Trump. They're like, that's why they booed him. No,
Nah,
no,
I
stop
don't
it.
think that's why they booed him.
No, that's not why he booed. That's not why they booed him. Y'all need to relax. He got booed because of all the things he has said previously, some of the stupid stuff that he's saying now. Now, granted, after the whole inward situation, um, I'm being told that he probably might have said or did something stupid in between.
Yeah,
I'm not I'm not sure about that, but if that's the case, then yeah, this is exactly why he got booed. Like Vince McMahon supports Donald Trump. Anybody in the McMahon family supports Donald Trump.
right.
So you're still, but you still come to WWE and support the events. So it has nothing to do with their political affiliations or what they believe in. It has everything to do with Hulk Hogan, the person, the human being. And albeit I didn't listen to his speech when he was at the RNC. I just saw him when he ripped his shirt. I was like, that's the Hulk being Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it has nothing to do with his political choice. It just has everything to do with him being a piece of shit individual, according to the masses, and they saying, no, we don't need Hulk Hogan. And they booed, like Sel said, they booed him during his whole entire promo. What was the name? Jimmy Hart was so uncomfortable.
Yeah, he was. Man,
They,
when I think they booed him, and it's other things that go into that, like as to why they booed him. Right? Don't get me wrong. For the longest time, his real name is Terry Bolleo, however you pronounce it.
yep.
For the longest time, Terry Bollea has garnered a whole lot of negative attention. And you think about everything. Chris, let me tell you like this. You've been watching these wrestling podcasts, right? The Undertaker's podcast, Stone Cold's podcast. You got other wrestlers. They got podcasts and shows going up everywhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's the majority of stories that you hear about Hulk Hogan? Are they good or bad?
Bad.
And that's what you got to remember. The generation of wrestling fans now, they listen to podcasts. And when you get these on the road stories, you get these classic stories, stuff like that, you get a lot of hate. And even though it is clips and bits without context, but the impact of what these stories have done about like stars is really messing with people. You think about like even your favorite wrestler, The Undertaker. You think about that the neck drop that really wasn't the neck drop, the tombstone that was the tombstone, how
Mm-hmm.
he almost hurt the golden goose, and the golden goose cried about it. You know what I'm saying? You think about all of these people who has really been doing their research on him, and then now, of all of a sudden, after all the smack that he's been talking about the product or the business, now here you are, and you want to be here to get some shine on our debut? Nah, bruh. Catch these bulls, bruh. You deserved it, and don't
Right.
get that's not taken away from his body of work of everything that he has done for wrestling. I would not discredit Hulk Hogan for that. But as a person, you destroyed people and you were wrong for it.
Right. And also, um, think about go back to the Vince McMahon documentary on Netflix. Now, because everything they said he was turned out to be a lie.
Yep.
We know he's a steroid user. And even Vince was like, just tell the truth, man.
Yep.
It is going to be all right. He went on Arsenio Hall and said, I ain't never did no steroids. It was
Stupid.
like, no,
Stupid.
your credibility is officially gone.
Yep.
So,
Yeah,
yeah,
you're right. That's another thing. Just adding fuel to the fire, man. It's a lot. That was a big drop ball opportunity.
yeah, I was like, for all of that, you might as well have kept the light going, even for that.
Bro,
That
you got a TV on in the back or something?
oh yeah, that's a person turning down.
Okay.
But yeah, real quick, yeah, he when I think that really did him in because I still respect Hulk Hogan for what he did previously, but for you
Mhm.
to drop that bomb, it's like, how's the world gonna take that? Now, if I'm in the arena, am I booing Hulk Hogan personally? No, I'm not, but I can understand why 17,000 people will.
Yeah. Yep. Without question, he deserved it. And
Yeah,
he is-
it's over for the holster, and so over that main main event is not, it's in 2 weeks. Saturday night main event in San Antonio is in 2 weeks. They I saw the promo. He is involved. He might be there. I really think they need to reconsider that.
you don't want to mess up. You don't want to mess it up with him being there. They already booed him out.
Yeah, you got booed on Netflix. They will boo you on NBC. And this is not the era where you can start pumping in crowd noise as if everybody don't have access to the internet.
Right.
Yeah, you can't do that. Now they say he got booed before. I didn't hear it, but they made them boos loud and clear on Monday. It is over for Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. He needs to go ahead and retire. And well, he already retired. Just don't come back, bro. Like you did what you did, good and bad for wrestling. Just sit on the sidelines and be a fan, bro. Like you don't need to be at every big wrestling event. I mean, you know what? They might have invited him. They maybe thought this was a good idea, but again, creative again, fucking up. Damn, bro, I get so sick of creative, bro. Like I really do.
They gotta give creators a chance, man. Let them rock, let them cook.
Uh-huh.
But but
Nia
yeah,
Jax lost the championship, bro. Oh, okay. I don't give a damn about Hulk Hogan. Nia Jax lost the championship, bro. Creative.
it's gonna be all right. Nia Jax will regain the title once again. Like I said,
Mhm.
I gotta sit back and see when, because Royal Rumble is a few weeks away. I didn't even start um, surveilling the landscape to see how that's going to play out because all my Royal Rumble prediction, especially with the women, has been right. If I go back and look at it, obviously 2020 was correct. Before that was correct, and no, after that, excuse me, I'm sorry. And I called the Bailey one. And I forgot who won the women's Royal Rumble the year before. But yeah, we'll give it time, and we're going to see. We will definitely revisit that conversation.
Okay.
Now, the fight cards for Raw, um, ladies and gentlemen, 4 matches, 3 hours. Don't do that again. Please don't
Please,
do that again. But
please.
yeah, because come on, you could have gave us more. I understand this is supposed to be. It gave a pay per view a PLE feel. I didn't. I see why they said that. But it kind of underperformed, if you ask me. And well, let's just go through the cars, and you and I talked about this offline, but let's go through the cars because
Uh,
I already said I'm gonna say it again when we get to it. First match was Roman Reigns versus Solo Sikoa Tribal Combat for the Sacred Ulafala. Match of the
um,
night. Match of the night.
It's Roman, so you know how I feel about it. But I'm not taking away from the performance of it. It was pretty damn dope. It was pretty damn dope. I expected Roman was gonna be there because it's Raw. Did not expect for him to be first match though.
Yeah, well, and we'll get into that because they do this every time, and I wish they stopped doing that. Next up, Rhea Ripley defeated Liv Morgan and regained the WWE Women's World Championship.
It was exciting to watch. It was
Yes.
very exciting to watch. Rhea was Rhea, and she did her damn thing. But that was very exciting to watch. I told you, once they moved to Netflix, things is going to change, and we got to see a little bit of more brutality
Mm.
out of Rhea, and she did her damn thing. So yes, that was very exciting to
Oh,
watch.
and before we continue, thank you for not censoring the crowd.
Oh my
Thank
god!
you for not censoring the crowd. I really appreciate it. I wanted to hear F you solo. I wanted to hear that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You did something right. The SmackDown, do your time and come to Netflix. It's good over here. Man, please.
hmm
And my sneaky highlight, they brought the dead man, well, excuse me, American Badass, Undertaker,
Yep.
to pass the torch or get the rub to Rhea Ripley. Well deserved.
You want to hear the
Well
funny part?
deserved. Hmm?
He kind of let that slip on his podcast a little bit.
What
He did.
happened?
He kind of let that slip on his podcast because what's
That
his
he was
co-host on his podcast name? Shit, I can't remember his name. He said, "Yeah, you got a little something coming over." He was like, nah, nah, nah. He's like, oh. He kind of let it slip a little bit that Undertaker's gonna be at the Netflix debut.
well, yeah, you're gonna be at the Netflix. No, yeah, that's fine. If he's gonna be there, he's gonna pull up cool. But for
Mhm.
what his involvement is, because they said it was supposed to be Stone Cold, but I think something happened and that fell through. And I also said Becky Lynch was supposed to pull up during the match as well, but we'll see what they're going to do with that when they bring her back into the fold. But next up,
Not gonna lie, that was dope as hell to see American Badass though.
oh yeah, they brought him because they brought him at NXT to get the improvement for Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah.
He even did a segment with Braun Baker, and he distracted him. He got the mic. Braun Breaker looked at it, and Undertaker straight to the jaw, dropped him.
Yep.
I was like, loved it, and doing that for Carmelo Hayes. I like I said, I'm a supporter of Carmelo Hayes, so I'm all for it.
Oh,
So
you like Camilla Harris, not Camilla Harris?
I'm sorry, I don't know why this woman Alexa was talking while I was talking. Ain't nobody said her name, but this technology. I'm about to switch to, and I was at the Apple Store. The home minis is only $100. Oh yeah, matter of fact, I might get this one to my son, and he can take it with them.
Yeah.
But that was great. American Badass was great. I loved it. Next up, because I remember Triple H went to his concert and invited him. I didn't know what part he would play, but Travis Scott pulled up and walked out with Jay Uso. So Jay Uso is think about it, Jay at WrestleMania. Jay Uso had Lil Wayne. Now he has Travis Scott.
Mm-hmm.
Man, get Jay Uso is goaded. He is goaded for that. And I know some people are gonna say you had Travis Scott smoking,
It's Netflix, baby.
and it's L.A. What did you think
It's
was gonna
Netflix,
happen?
baby. You have to go ahead and accept that.
Yep. And also LA's his hometown. Now granted Houston is his hometown he always rep, but he got discovered out of LA. So he was pretty much home. So let that ride. I have no problem with Travis Scott. I like the hardcore belt he had. They might need to bring back the hardcore. Nah. Yes,
Yeah,
they
they
can.
do.
Yes, they can. Yes, they can. Now they're on Netflix. Yes, they can.
Yep, they can listen. Like I said before, it's on Netflix. They can go wide open.
Uh,
Now, I can ask you this question. Imagine they did this 5 years ago.
5 years ago,
Hmm.
especially when the Fiend, God rest the soul, was still around too.
Yeah. Oh
Ooh.
yeah. We would have a different product. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy, but we would have a different product if this was 5 years ago.
Oh yes, especially you got someone like Paul Heyman or even Mick Foley. No, well, Mick Foley's out of the loop, but Paul Heyman there to control things behind the scenes. Oh yes, 100%. That would have been beautiful. We got to look into that. Like, why did they let go of the Hardcore Championship, and what needs to be done to bring it back? We're gonna do a show about that one day. Oh, the match between Jay Uso and Drew McIntyre. I'm not gonna say it was good. I'm not gonna say it was bad. It was cool.
A match.
Hmm?
It was a match.
Yeah, it was a match.
It was a singles.
So yeah, it was. I'm glad Jay Uso finally got the win because I think that's his first time beating Drew on TV. I could be wrong, but he had to do a roll up, like a small package, I believe, to get the
Hmm.
victory, which is
Yep.
cool. So I think it's on to like everybody needs to focus on Royal Rumble. If anything, this is where they need to bury the storylines or put it on pause and
Yeah.
start focusing on Royal Rumble, so that way it can continue or it could die there. And speaking of things that need to be put on pause, CM Punk versus Rollins.
Okay. Look. Listen. We gotta have a real conversation.
Yeah, let's go. Go ahead.
Okay, so, y'all know how much I love Seth Rollins, right?
Me too.
And go ahead.
No, no, I said me too. Go ahead.
All right. And CM Punk is CM Punk. Not taking away from the man, but they're both up there at age. But CM Punk is CM Punk. This was the most washed TV match I ever seen in my life.
Agreed.
That was lackluster. Felt rushed. Felt It felt like it didn't have any flavor. And you know who I'm gonna blame this on, right?
Who?
Creative, baby. It's called creative fault. It's all creative fault. That's what they get. That's truly what they get, and they deserve every bit of it.
Hold on. Take lead. I'll be right back.
Go ahead, do your thing. Yeah, that match was it. It started out with the energy that he was expected to start it out with, but just throughout the match, it was slow. It was boring. It was like it was long drawn out. It was I'm not gonna say a mad dash to the end, but Jesus Christ, it was just a not slugfest like slash them and bash them and bang all against the round. It was a slugfest because it was slow as hell. Not to include excuse me, not to include the energy throughout the match. You could tell it was just boring. The crowd wasn't really feeling it. They was trying to do their best to like hype them up and stuff like that, but they wasn't really into it. It's just so much more that could have been done about it. But what do you expect? It's their first run, but they professionals though. The expectation is there. It's so many more instances that they could have had. So they really could have milked everything up out of that, but they didn't. So yeah, and then the ending itself, I'll wait until Chris get back so we can discuss the ending. But the ending itself was just crappy. I expected a lot of more out of those two, especially because we know about their supposed beef and stuff like that. So yeah, it was just bad. But then again, like I said, that's creative for you. I blame creative because they the ones that's behind that bull crap.
Nah, nah,
Especially,
nah. That ain't got nothing to do with creative. Um, well, here's the thing. A lot of things to take into that. One, they're in LA. So what, 9 o'clock LA? Probably going to be traffic.
Mhm.
So that's usually LA's pace, especially when they was back at the Staples Center, excuse me, crypto.com arena or whatever they call it.
Yep.
When it came to Lakers games, you already know they barely showed up to the Clippers game. They're gone by the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Win, lose, or draw, they're gone. So I think the same energy was kept. I saw that front row, uh, and that front row was damn near non-existent. If you guys go back and really look at the front row, if you're looking at the ring, look down. Whenever the camera pans there, almost empty.
Mm-hmm.
So I can credit that to LA, being LA. Secondly, that lackluster match was no like I understand like if you guys really hate each other, I don't know. I don't know. I Rollins is a professional, and some of those hits were legitimate.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, what are we doing here? This is not good storytelling. This match should have gone first. Honestly,
Yep.
this should have been the first match of the night. No, take that back. Jay Uso and Drew McIntyre would have been the first. No, I can't do that. Can't say that neither.
Well, you got to remember, whichever match is going to be this is on Netflix. You got to have a banger of an opener.
Then I would have said Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan started off.
Yeah.
Then
If anything, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Jay Uso, Drew McIntyre, then CM Punk and Seth Rollins, then Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa should have closed out the show.
No, CM Punk and Seth Rollins just shouldn't have happened. They should have just had it on regular TV. Move it to SmackDown because that was a piss poor performance from the both of them, and I liked the both of them. That was just a piss poor performance.
Yeah, that was not good at all. That was not a great. That's not a great main event. I'm not going to say it's the worst main event. That was just not good at all.
Yeah, it was just terrible. I mean, and I hate to even say it like that, and I like them, but still, it wasn't even Netflix. And I'm not saying Netflix worthy. Like I'm saying like we already got a barometer to set for Netflix, but still, the fans they deserve better than that. They already dealing with the whole moving to a whole entire new network, and you go bring this energy. Shit.
Yeah. And matter of fact, if I could find what is coming up next week on chat disconnected, please wait while we try to what? Okay, it's fixed. Sorry, I had to read something on YouTube. I didn't know what was
Mm-hmm.
going on. I want to see the lineup for next week because I actually like the main event. If that is the main event, Damian Priest versus Finn Balor in the street fight. That makes sense. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
What else? You have well, let me 13. You have the women's Intercontinental Championship. It's either going to be Valkyria or Dakota Kai. I actually like that. I actually like that match. I believe Dakota Kai is going to come out on top on that one. And who else? And they said you got oh yeah, Sheamus versus Ludwig Kaiser. Excuse me. And
What versus
also
Ludwig?
yeah, Sheamus versus
Okay.
Ludwig. That's gonna be a guaranteed of a match. And also, you got Chad Gable versus a random luchador opponent.
Mm,
He said, "Give me
okay.
the best one." Ladies and gentlemen, it's not gonna be Rey Mysterio. It's not gonna be what's his name, Dragon Lee. Excuse me. It's not gonna be anybody from NXT. Whoever this guy is that they're trying to get from AEW is gonna face Chad Gables next week. I don't know his name. I've been hearing about him. Everybody's saying this guy's legit. Then Chad Gable's going to get him next week.
Mm. They don't even wait. You know who it is, or you just can't remember his name?
I don't remember his name. I don't remember his name. They did not say it, although we could probably tell it's going to be him. I don't think it's going to be Rey Mysterio. I really don't believe it's going to be Rey. I think it's going to be homeboy from AEW. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find his name. Lucha. AEW to WWE. Let me see if I can. Uh, former, what is his name? What is his name? Uh, who joined? Okay, it's not gonna say. I'm just gonna let me see if I could go to sports Kita and we'll see. Now they do believe that symbol,
Mm-hmm.
that circle and that dash symbol, they believe is gonna be him. I don't. Maybe all I'm gonna say is maybe. But on the Raw premiere, let's see. Check in and appears. And they're gonna be San Jose, California. They don't got his name. I know. I believe what he says. Triple H even said in the press conference, "I'm sure you've already figured it out."
Mm.
So let me see.
Look at we gotta look at who the luchadors is from NXT that's really that can fit that profile.
Yeah, Pentagon Junior is his name. Pentagon Junior is the person's name.
They doing business with AEW like that?
No, no. It's just that he was in according to this report, he was in AEW from 2019 to 2024. He's
Oh, okay.
he's the one that's been trying to get um WWE, but contracts, whatever, not holding out as much as possible. They're not doing that. But yeah, we all believe it's going to be Pentagon Junior. And from
Okay.
what people tell me, he is legit. They say he
I have
is
to go.
legit.
I have to go see some of his footage. I'm not too familiar with him.
Not am I, because like you guys know, it's really hard for me to get into AEW because the botches, when they botch tremendously. And it's like, nah, that stuff like that turns me off. Now, don't get twisted. I still keep up with some things here and there, but I understand that promotion is struggling. I don't know how they're still breathing.
Bobby Lashley.
Oh, well, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby Lashley, Swerve, Strickland.
Yep.
Obviously,
Omega.
Daniel Bryan, John Moxley, and
Kenny Omega's returning.
hmm?
Kenny Omega's returning.
Yep, there you go. And also, Adam Copeland is about to face John Moxley for the AEW Championship. So they're relying on older guys to carry this promotion.
Yep.
That's very scary. Now, although Bobby Lashley is older, he's still a badass. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
So
Thing is, you gotta get new, fresher talent in there. It can't just be the same people over and over. I think that's the biggest problem over there at AEW. Y'all getting a lot of y'all talent is already past they prime years, except for Swerve. Swerve is good, but Kenny and the rest of them guys, they getting up there in age.
right. So with that being stated, and also, I don't know if you guys caught the jacket that CM Punk was wearing on Raw on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, that's the same jacket he had on when he got fired from AEW and he
Yep.
fought Homeboy.
You think this is this exit coup d'etat?
Yeah, CM Punk does nothing by accident. That's all I'm gonna say.
Or do you think it was a solid F you to AEW?
It's a solid what?
A solid F you to AEW.
100%, one
Yeah.
thousand. Oh yeah,
What
Punk
was
has
that
never
guy's name? The one that he got into it with over there in AEW.
Jungle Boy.
Yeah, he pretty much let them know like, dog, without me, y'all not doing nothing. So him wearing that jacket was a solid F you, pretty much like y'all should listen to me.
Yes, of course, and but also keep
Mhm.
in mind when it comes to physique, CM Punk has not hasn't has never looked this good before. As
Yeah,
far as stature, like going to the gym. Like when he was in AEW, he looked like an old man. Now he looks like an old man that can still knock you on your ass.
true. He definitely been putting in the work and keeping his work. And then let's not forget. I don't know if you caught it. You know, he was just on Shannon Sharp's nightcap the other night, right?
Yes, I watched that today.
Yeah, he of course it was for promo reasons, but you know
Mhm.
he's still doing his thing.
Oh yeah,
That is a solid fu though to AEW, and they deserved it. Amir Khan, get your shit together, bro.
yeah. Because I don't know. You know what? Maybe I will get into. I will make it my business to try to get into AEW this year. Now, obviously, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, if you can get on, I said this on my personal page. We might have to do it here too. If you, I got to figure out what number of subscribers you guys need to get us to, so we can start reviewing AEW pay-per-view watch parties.
Do that on Rumble, bro. Do that for free.
Mhm.
You do that on Rumble for free.
Rumble will let us watch it, and they're not going to can us.
I don't think so. I'll go do some research and I'll get back to you.
Okay, because if it's impossible, we'll make the transition.
Yep.
But we'll still do Wrestling Wednesday here. But when it comes to the pay per view watch, y'all want that? Y'all gonna have to go to Rumble if everything is on the
Yeah,
open.
I'll check in on it. I think Rumble's a little bit more lax. If not, then we can just do it on Kick. But yeah, we could definitely look into that and see what's popping.
All right, bet.
Yep.
Now, with Raw and Netflix, if I had to give it a grade, I'll give it a. Man, everything was good
You want to
except
do let's you want to do match you want to do overall or you want to do like match grades?
overall. We'll do match
Okay.
grade probably some other time down the road, but let's do overall.
Okay.
Now, with the promos, the matches, and the production of the show with those matches, I have to give it a solid B minus.
Damn.
I
'Cause
have to
I
give it.
gave it I gave it what I gave it.
What'd you give it?
I gave it a C plus.
Mm,
Only because they when I seen that it was gonna be CM Punk and Seth Rollins, I expected way more. Um Personal great. I took a personal point off because of Nia Jax. I ain't gonna lie.
it's Raw on Netflix, not SmackDown.
It's the company, bruh. It's the company, bruh. Listen, they gotta take this. They gotta take this as a whole.
I wish I
You
would take an L for what the other person did. Take an extra L. Oh
know?
no, you ain't about to give me no C plus based off what
Okay,
happened a
not
few
that.
days ago. Go talk to
Okay.
Nick Aldis.
Stop fucking over there. We had these problems. Okay, let her be the champ. She got to be the world champ and the women's champ. All right, and the intercontinental champ. But nah, all jokes aside, I give it a solid B. The wow factor, The Rock, Roman, Rhea, definitely. That 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 headliner though, that really that lost y'all a whole grade
Yep.
because of Seth and CM. That really that cost y'all big.
Yeah. There was now. Don't get to it. There were some good moments in the match. However, uh, I heard this was awesome. I also heard Fight Forever. No finishes right now. We ain't
Yeah.
doing Fight Forever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they underperformed. So that's why they get a B minus. And on top of that, your lack of awareness regarding Hulk Hogan. Now they said he got booed in the last two times he was on TV. I didn't hear the boos unless they pumped in the noise. But given um, how he is perceived personally, no, you're getting a B. You're not getting no higher than you're not getting no higher than a B minus out of me.
Yeah.
You better thank God for The Rock, um, John Cena's promo. I can't forget that. And even the post show was good as well.
Did you see like the sports interview, like the little thingies that they did, like sitting down at the table with the reporters and stuff like that? That's a nice little touch.
Yeah, and I like how they want to legitimize wrestling, and
Mhm.
even to the point where I don't even think I don't even think the backstage, not the backstage, the post show. I don't even think that's scripted because you get the characters in the most candid in their most candid interview or
Yeah,
sit down with them. They get to have their own takes, their own opinions. Uh, yeah, okay, all right. Raw. I feel you. I feel you on that. Uh,
hey baby,
I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. So does homeboy from the Taken video games. Well, he can still whoop somebody's ass. I'm just saying.
this is true,
I get.
and it's
I get.
called Tekken, sir. It's called Tekken, sir.
What I say?
Taken.
Oh, Jesus, Tekken. Sorry, I was thinking of the Taken movie. I'm sorry, my bad.
Oh Lord Jesus Christ,
Nah,
Liam Neeson's Mr. Racism himself.
the-
Mr. Not Mr. Racism. Not Mr. I wear my sunglasses at night. Like, what are we doing? I
uh,
wear my sunglasses. All right, Mr.
all right, but yeah, yeah, I did. Yeah, they're not getting no higher than a B minus out of me. Uh, he said Moana kicked his butt. Moana, yeah, I believe you. But speaking of that, let's actually speaking of The Rock, let's talk NXT. First and foremost, salute to Obafemi. He is the new NXT World Champion. I,
Yes.
I, when you has held the longest reigning NXT North America champion, it's like it's time to transition into carrying this brand forward. So okay, stop it, Raw. So I'll leave that out there for you, because
Sure
but
do, baby. That's gonna be my new theme song.
Obafemi, I actually like Obafemi because when it comes to his stature, his voice, he's a pure Nigerian, ladies and gentlemen, who can, because keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, my dad's Nigerian. I was raised by Nigerians all my life. So I understand when it comes to talking on the mic and actually understanding them when they talk might be rather difficult, might be hard on the audience ears. However, when Obafemi talks, you can hear him. He ain't taking away from it that his that he's Nigerian, but he can connect with the crowd so much so. You know how everybody says what after every other sentence,
Yeah.
or they'll say yeah or yeet.
Mm-hmm.
They gave him the Umbaku chance.
Really?
Yes, and they rode with it.
Okay.
So I'm like, I like this. I like this. 1 second. I don't have it here. I'm just gonna go yellow real quick because I gotta play this for where is it at? Where is it at? I gotta play this for Robbie. For the $20 super chat. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate that.
The couch is how I was raised. I used to ride around the block, even when it was hot. I like to see it for myself. I need the money and the wealth. And if you try to test me, you gon' see what I'm about. You can come and get it straight from the horse's mouth. I've been soul searching as long as.
Shout out to Robbie for the $20 cash app. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate that.
Appreciate you supporting the show, baby.
Yes, yes. So Obafemi being the new champion is necessary. I like where this is. I like where that is going. Cause let him carry NXT for the next year, like Trick
Mhm.
Williams carried NXT. But this is why I'm excited. NXT. That means if you're gonna transition from Trick Williams to Obafemi, that means you left room for Trick Williams to enter the Royal Rumble and to get to transition to the main roster.
Yep. I was waiting
I
on this to talk
am
about
full
this.
support.
I was waiting on us to talk about this. Trick Williams, the guy that we predicted was going to be in the bloodlines things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now he actually get, and I'm kind of glad he didn't be in the bloodline battle,
Mm-hmm.
but with what's my man's name again?
Obafemi or who?
Obafemi. Well, Obafemi taking over or taking not spotlight, but taking the spot. This opens up the door to where now Trent Williams can come into WWE. He's still good. As a matter of fact, he's still hot. Let me put that branding on him. He's still hot. So he could come in now, especially because all on Netflix, he could come in now and really like make a damper into that whole entire thing. Does it necessarily always have to be a Netflix thing? No, it doesn't always have to be. But that Royal Rumble spot that you were just talking about, yeah, I can see Trent being in that spot.
Mm-hmm. Me too. And also, I got how do I pronounce her name? Gilia. Gilia defeated Roxanne Perez, and she's now the
Mhm.
new women's NXT champion. Um, Congrats to her, and salute to Roxanne Perez. She that short somebody has held it down as the women's champion, and the storylines and everything. I thought she was gonna lose to Jada Parker. She didn't, so I'll give her credit for that. Although I
Mhm.
still remember when Jada Parker smacked the fire out of her, I was like, "Yeesh." But salute to Roxanne Perez. Where does she go from here? It's time to make that jump because she's been in a Royal Rumble before. I think she was in it last year, so she was in there as a babyface. Now go ahead and make that transition. I think this is the stage where now it's time for people to transition from champion to roster. So Trick Williams is going to jump over, and I believe Roxanne Perez is going to make that jump as well.
Mm. You know what? Something I didn't think about until now. Do you think that a lot of people that's in NXT, not at Raw, has made the switch over to Netflix? Do you think a lot of people it's time for them to transition over to Raw or
Uh,
even to SmackDown?
yes, it's time. It is time. Now, hold on. I want to make sure I'm not tripping. One, two, three, four, 5 matches. 5 matches on a 2 hour show. How did they get 5 matches? How was Shawn Michaels? And
Mhm.
I gotta see who produces the show. If Triple H is producing NXT, I highly doubt it. But they got 5 matches in 2 hours. Why do you guys got 5 matches in 3 hours? Or even worse, why do you got 4 matches in 3 hours?
Bigger network, not big, but not bigger network, bigger product. Um, hate to say this, more mic time because more eyeballs. NXT is not as big as WWE, but I can just tell you right now that talent. If there was to be like an NXT versus WWE thing, NXT would be putting up a hard fight. They really would.
They already did that. Survivor Series.
But I'm talking about now.
Oh, right now.
Yeah.
Well, Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing about that. And let's talk about that because let's get into The Rock made his appearance, his debut on NXT last night.
Hmm.
One of the key things that I got from The Rock, and I will agree with this 100%. You have to go to Monday Night Raw. You
Yes.
have to go to SmackDown, but
Hmm.
you want to go to NXT. I understood that 100% because I've always tell people the audience between NXT universe and WWE universe, two different things. You can see it because they actually take time to invest into the wrestlers. Love them or hate them, they invest into them. That's why I'm not mad at the idea of Adam Cole staying in NXT, bypassing WWE, and going to AEW. I don't have a problem with that because he knew that same passion was not going to be on the main roster, especially during a Vince McMahon roster.
Correct.
Because Daniel Bryan is right when he said when it comes to WWE, it's too Hollywood.
Yep.
Whereas NXT, which he came from, and AEW, it's just wrestling at the end of the day.
Yep.
So I get that. Although AEW has their issues that they need to work out, it's wrestling. So Rock was right. You have to go to Raw. You have to go to SmackDown, but you always want to go back to NXT. That's why I don't really fault the idea when the first person I seen jump to the roster and jump right back was Finn Balor, and he went heel when he went back to work on his craft. If you ask me, and it has paid off so much so that I don't want to see. I know Finn will turn babyface one day, but he needs to turn babyface as a heel in this persona.
Yeah,
And he had to go to NXT for that. He couldn't do that on the main roster.
no, too much at
So,
stake to do that on the main roster.
hmm?
Too much at stake. Too much at stake to do that on the main roster. Sorry.
Correct. Oh no, you good. I agree because they had him Finn Balor Club, have him doing all this other stuff. I agree. I have no problem with it. But there's something about that NXT. When I watch, I get like if I have nothing to do. This is previously. If I had nothing to do and NXT pay per view was on, I watch it. I never get as invested into matches like I do in NXT.
Yeah.
Storytelling, and just when you think it's gonna be over, oh no, let's go 10 more minutes. Let's go 15 more minutes. That stuff will get you hyped. I compare it to
Oh,
it
I got
gives
the
you
perfect. Go
it
ahead.
gives it gives you a March Madness feel because I went to March Madness last year, and that tells the comparison to a NBA arena.
Now I got a wrestling match that I can pretty much put you in the mindset of exactly what happened at. Kurt Angle, and I can't remember the guy that he was facing over in what was that promotion where they had six sides in the ring?
Impact
TNA.
TNA.
There was a match that Kurt Angle had. This is the match where he flipped off the top of the cage. They told Kurt Angle he only had 15 minutes, and they was supposed to get out of the ring because they had something bigger going on. Kurt Angle said, "Do you know who I am? Do you know how? Do you know what this is?" And right at the 15-minute mark, if you watch that, I'm gonna go find that match so we can watch it. You can see the referee is yelling at Kurt Angle like, "Bro, you got to get out the ring." They tell us to get out the ring. Kurt Angle made a business decision, and it was like one of my favorite moments in wrestling history as far as Kurt Angle go. He stretched that match out for another 10 minutes. Let me tell
Mm,
you why that's an important, high impactful that is. One, that shows again my beef with creative because y'all don't know what the hell are y'all doing when it comes to wrestling. Y'all are just paper and pen pushers. But number two, I understand exactly what's happening. Another reference of this Hulk Hogan and Rock, even though we just gave Hulk Hogan shit, Hulk Hogan and Rock, that match was not supposed to go that way. That
mm,
match evolved because of the crowd. The Kurt Angle thing evolved because of the crowd. Why would I end the match when there's a hot crowd? You see what I'm saying?
mhm.
So if I can call that match in the middle of the ring and say, "Hey, these people are crazy. We cannot give them what was it? Solo? No, not solo. Jimmy, we can't give them a roll up pin. We can't do that. No, we can't
Right.
end this. We can't end this on just a regular pinfall. It got to be some bang going on. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep. That's shout out to Kurt. I'm definitely for when you get that match, let me know because
yeah.
I want to watch that.
Funny.
But
Go ahead.
now I'm gonna say, yeah, you guys got to check out NXT. I still have it recorded. I still have the DVR set up for my NXT, so I still watch the product even when I don't know most of these wrestlers. I still watch to see what they got, what they can give, and that type of stuff. Now, Ethan Page, he did cut a promo. Well, not cut a promo. He had a segment backstage with Ava and The Rock, and I didn't think Ethan Page was that tall, but because he's not taller than The Rock, because Rock is like 6'4", and Ethan Page has to be like 6'2" or 6'3". So, um, Ethan Page, will he jump ship? I'm going to say no. If he does jump ship, it's going to be if not later on this year, definitely next year. So they're gonna keep, hold on to Ethan Page because he's one of the true heels that they have there. So they're gonna stretch that out as long as they can with Ethan Page.
Most
So
definitely.
So yeah, this week of wrestling was good. It was great, honestly. Well, no. Sorry, I can't say great because the Raw. Man, I first messed that up. It was cool. It was definitely cool. Now, real quick before we get out of here, next week, how many matches did they announce? Let's see, Sheamus and Louis Kaiser. The Intercontinental Championship. They're gonna crown somebody. Chad Gable versus a mystery opponent, and the street fight. That's 4 matches. Please add some more matches. Please do.
Please, for the love of God, add more matches. If they
Like add
let,
two more. Give me a solid 6 or 7 matches.
yeah, if NXT can do 5 in 2 hours, y'all can do at least 6 or 7 in 3 hours.
Right. Give me you give me 6 or 7, I'll be okay. I'll be fine with that. Matter of fact, let me see if I can pull up albeit it was WrestleMania, so I know that's a stretch. But let me go back to WrestleMania 25. I just want to see how many matches that is. And I'm also glad they break down WrestleMania in 2 nights because I'm not gonna hold y'all. When I was at WrestleMania 25, that last match, I had trouble staying awake. I'm not gonna hold y'all. And that
Mm.
was Triple H versus Randy Orton. Um, let's see. I want to see how many matches was on that card. And Jesus. Oh yeah, I forgot to add. Shoot, I gotta reset this and add. What you call that crap? McAfee on here.
No, don't do McAfee.
Not McAfee. What you mean?
You said don't. You said you got to re-add McAfee.
Yeah, re-add it or renew it. I just haven't done it because I've been resetting the computer because of storage.
Mm,
So if I buy it, it will literally be a waste of money.
don't do McAfee. McAfee's terrible.
Let's see. Okay, main event matches. Here we go. Look at the hell. Okay, let's see. What dark match? Oh yeah, the lumberjack match was Miz and John Morrison versus Carlito and what was this cousin's name?
Carlito's cousin.
Uh, fuck, what was Primo? There you go.
Mm.
Yeah, I forgot about that match. So you had one match. You had the ladder match. Uh, yeah, Chris Rock did perform. You had the Divas Battle Royale. Uh, they had where is it? One, two, three. Chris Jericho versus Ricky Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Jimmy Snuka, and Roddy Piper. I can't believe I was in the building for that match. That's interesting. Two, three, four, five, six, and this event is 7, 8, 9 matches, and the runtime was. Hold on, I'm about to get this, and we'll be out of here.
Mm-hmm.
What's your back? So 9 matches. I'll be at WrestleMania 25. 9 matches. The runtime. 4 hours.
9 matches in 4 hours. Okay, so yeah, 7 and 3. 7 in 3 hours is not bad. Not a bad number at all.
Please put one more match. That's all I ask. Please put no. Put 2 more matches. Put 2 more matches.
One more
For
match.
3 hours, put 2 more matches. That is absurd. Y'all made me do 9 matches in total. And man, well, please,
Please,
we're about to get out of here.
please, one more match.
Netflix gonna look at their numbers like we gave y'all $5 billion for 4 matches. No, never again. Never again. Any final words?
Nah, man. Make sure y'all come back and visit us again next week, Wednesday. Appreciate y'all. Hopefully, y'all catch the replay. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and thank y'all for tuning in. I think we had a little layoff, but it was a holiday weekend, so it was family time. So again, happy New Year. Welcome to 2025. Don't be out here with the nuisance. And always check your mic.
And always look at the pictures and just zoom in. That helps too. Anywho, Wrestling Wednesdays, Christopher J, Cellulite. We'll see you guys next week. Peace out. Have a good one.
Take it easy.